We have no idea what's going on.
Today is quite the day, but
Good morning.
We are unfortunately now required to leave Colorado to make it home in time for Sunday. We are leaving at 4 a.m. on Friday. Darn lights. And it is 22 degrees now here in Firestone, Colorado. That's where we've been staying. So we're going to make it, I don't know, to our first stop really soon, honestly, because it's 61% is our car battery.
Yeah, so the other day when we pulled in at 76%, and through obviously the extreme, well, it's not extreme cold, but it's pretty cold, 20 degrees, 40 degrees. We're sitting at 61%, so not the longest stint here. So I'm going to do the first 2 stints for Morgie here. She can rest up, and we're going to finally go to Lyman, Colorado. We're going to arrive there at 12% stated charge, so very excited to check out that supercharging station.
And I don't have the superchargers listed out for our return back east, so we're just gonna wing it. We're at our first stop of the day in Lyman, Colorado. So exciting. It is at a closed Arby's because we're here at like 6 in the morning, but there are 14 chargers here. That's a lot.
Yeah, 14 250 kilowatt chargers. That is a great step in the right direction. And we're just going to charge up to 80 here so we can get back on the road. It's about a 30-minute charge. But we were pumping at 253 or 254 kilowatts at max peak charging. So that's pretty awesome. The car is doing really well. We actually arrived here at 7% state of charge instead of the 12 recommended.
It's really cold.
Yeah, it's 22
when we left, and now it's 27 maybe? No, 23 I said, right?
Yeah, it's
why I wanted
cold.
my jacket.
Yeah. Look at this beautiful sunrise that we're gonna get to see as we're driving back eastward. Wow, that is gorgeous. Oh, one other thing to note, this is the second time this happened on this trip. I thought it was just kind of random at first, but when these charging handles get really cold, sometimes you can't actually depress the button to open the charge port. So for several of our charges, I've had to have Morgan actually open the charge port for us because I wasn't able to open it up with the button. So just something to note, it's not broken. The charging station is not broken and your car isn't broken. It's just, it's cold and nobody likes the cold. So it is what it is.
Well, we are done charging up here in Lyman, Colorado. That charge went from 7% to 60%, and that was $16.40. We didn't charge up to our normal 80% because we're not really planned out here, and we're just going to follow the route of the car today. So if it says to go, we're going to go.
Yeah, it said we were good to continue the trip, and I really didn't feel like sitting here for 30 minutes. So it says we're going to arrive in Colby at 21%. I would say probably a little bit less than that, but that's a decent enough buffer. We don't have to worry about it. So let's just get back on the road and go.
Off to Colby, Kansas.
Look at me go. Regenerative braking, baby.
2%.
Babe, were you nervous?
Huh? Yeah. But luckily, you found a good tractor trailer. Probably pretty empty. And got some regen back from them. But yeah, we are now officially at the lowest we've ever brought Trinity to, at 2%. It said we were going to arrive here at 1%, but Mark just got a percent back on that off-ramp you just saw. Oh, wow. What a morning already. So we're pulling into Colby, Kansas supercharger at this Oasis truck stop is what it's called. Yeah, the sun is blinding Mark in the backup camera. You're about to hit the shade, so it'll be better for the camera. Keep going. You're okay.
My little thing up here.
Now he's nervous.
Well, yeah, I can't see anything.
There we go. See? There it
That
is.
should be good. Anyway, also thing I want to talk about is I used autopilot on that drive because we had 132 miles of straight roadway, and it was great to use autopilot. I found that this elbow rest, armrest, is not that comfortable. So I used my hat as additional cushioning.
I did not know that.
And it really helped a lot. But I also noticed that if you leave your hand like this with your finger, you know, at the 10 and 2 area, one on one side, one on the other, and just rest your elbow here, it provides enough weight on the steering wheel that it allows the system to recognize that you're actually holding the steering wheel, and it doesn't come on right away. Oh my God, 1%, 1%, get a picture. 1%, it's our lowest ever. We did it. Almost done charging here in Colby, Kansas, but I just wanted to make a statement about how we arrived at such a low percentage. Obviously, there was a significant headwind, and also that is why I always recommend having a 10 to 15% buffer. So at that last charge, we did unplug at 60%, but it actually said that we could unplug at 50%. Here it says we could already unplug, but we're just gonna go to 80%. We'll have a huge buffer, and we'll make it to Russell with no issues whatsoever. And here we got some breakfast. So I got some milk, and of course, you know me, guys. I got my eggs.
And you guys know me. I found another new, well, I tried a new Starbucks drink, you know, because it's new. But then I also found another breakfast pizza to try.
Oh yeah.
Love breakfast pizzas. So
breakfast
we're
pizza.
gonna enjoy this food right before we
Homemade
head back to the
Uncle PJ cookies. This is gonna be a stacked breakfast, man.
So nutritious. We have charged up here on our way out, Russell, Kansas. And this time the car decided for us that we were going to charge to 94%, which by then we were just like, let's just do another percent, so 95%. And man, it's a good thing we love and trust this car so much, because today we've lost, if you haven't calculated it for yourself, about 8 to 12% each leg of this traveling today. So it says now that we're going to arrive in Topeka, Kansas at 5%.
Yeah, so not the buffer that we like and enjoy, but that's what we got. And Morgan wants to drive again. She knows the tricks of the trade, so I'm sure we'll be fine. But yeah, 5% on arrival from 95%. This is going to be a long stint.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
Oh, the other thing we want to talk about is as we were leaving.
I'm sorry. How much was the last charge?
Oh, the last charge in Colby was 2124.
There we go.
And this one was 2016.
Yeah.
And one of the things we wanted to talk about was just, it was kind of funny for us. As we left Colorado and entered into Kansas, there was a whole area called Canorado. And all we could think about was siblings fighting over a toy, and the parents going, you get it half the day and you get it half the day. And that's Canorado. They couldn't decide, so they just did. They just named it both.
Merged the names together, so each felt equally important. But
and if you're from Canorado, let us know where the
Please.
actual thing comes from, because we don't know. It's just speculation on our part, but we thought it was pretty funny.
as Mark was just saying, at our last stop, I knew all the tricks of the trade here, driving with a very low arrival percentage. However, as I started to draft from the back of a tractor trailer, I don't know what it was. Maybe the wind changed, or maybe it was just warming up. Remember, we started our day with 21 degrees outside, and by that time it was up to 62 degrees. So that actually gave us enough power to get to a different charger. So I was going to arrive at 5%, then it said I was going to arrive at 18%. So then I was like, Mark, it's making us pay a toll. Watch our video here for South Carolina, and that would show you how much I despise tolls. So he tried to route us to a different charger that was actually past the charger that we were initially planning to go to. However, both chargers were at service stations in the middle of this toll road.
Yeah.
So we were stuck. We had no other option. We had to get on the toll road just to get to our charger. So that was kind of a bummer. But if you're a passenger, take note. Zoom in, and zoom in. So you can see what it is.
Well, also, it just goes to show that you can't actually get everywhere
Without a toll.
potentially without, using certain roadways because of the charging infrastructure. So it's not like I could just go to the next supercharger, 3 blocks up the road. There isn't one.
Right.
And we arrived here at 9%. So
9%.
it wasn't really our only option.
Yeah.
But at least we were able to save as much money as possible because we did get on at the last possible entrance. And so now the toll road, instead of costing us nearly $10, is only going to be $2.50. So
Yeah.
I'm
not
happy
bad.
about that, at least.
And also, because I was drafting that tractor trailer only for about like 10 or 15 minutes, I was able to go with the flow of the cars on the road. I didn't have to trail them too long. And the car also does always remind you with that picture to go 80 miles or less an hour to arrive at your destination. So luckily, once I drafted, the car figured itself out, recalibrated, and then I was good to go and able to drive at a normal and decent speed.
Yep, so we are leaving here at another 90% charge. So we charge from 9% to 90%, and that cost us $21.96. And this next stop will hopefully be our last stop for the night, but we'll see. We're going to be in Columbia, Missouri.
Kansas was nice knowing you, but man, am I glad to be done with you.
So now,
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we are now in Missouri.
Columbia, Missouri, just finished up charging. It's here at the Holiday Inn. I don't think it's an express, but it
Nope,
might
just
be.
Holiday Inn.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's here at the Holiday Inn. We were able to get some dinner. enjoy- Yes.
Before parking to charge, honestly, the map said that there was just an Arby's. When we got here with our other food, it's now Jimmy John's, probably, because there's no Arby's around, but there's now a brand new spanking Jimmy John's.
Lights.
Camera.
Yeah.
Action. So, with that being said, we did get some delicious hibachi for dinner tonight. We ate during charging. We charged up to 90% here in Columbia, and we are heading off to our hotel and should arrive of right around 50% there for the evening.
The charge here costs $16.56 from, was that 27?
Yep. we pulled in
27 to 90. But two cool things that we did see on the way over here were 2 car carriers fully stocked with Rivian R1Ss. So 2 full car carriers with Rivian R1Ss, and also
The Amazon plant that
thank
had
you.
lined up Amazon vans charging. So I really need to see up on a hillside, as you know, that gets a lot of views probably every single day with the I-70 right there. So very neat to actually see them plugged in and getting ready for the next day.
we have finally made it to St. Louis, Missouri, and the reason we are standing next to a
Sunny.
window
And semi in the dark.
and semi in the dark is because if you look behind us, that is the St. Louis Gateway Arch, and we have a view of it from our
Woohoo!
hotel room.
Yeah. So as the sun rises in the east, sets in the west tomorrow morning, I hope we get a very, very pretty sunrise through that Gateway Arch. And we start our day off with that. And then, of course, the tour to go up through the Gateway Arch. And then we'll be on the road again.
On the road again. No, anyway, so we arrived here with 43% state of charge, and we tried desperately searching each floor for an outlet, and we found one. Problem was the ground was on the top, and the way that the mobile adapter works is it would then be hung straight up and down, and I just didn't feel secure enough hanging that upside down all night long in a semi-public parking garage. So we said, forget it, let's just
Do a supercharge in
We'll
the
just
morning when
supercharge.
we're ready. And the garage was very warm, even though it is pretty chilly out there now. So I think it'll be just fine. We shouldn't have too much dig tonight. But
Deg. You're
Yeah.
so cute.
So, the other thing that we didn't really mention all day is the fact that our right turn signal camera is malfunctioning.
Again.
So, hopefully tomorrow, much better day, and hopefully that corrects itself overnight while it gets its little rest.
Please pray for it, because it is awful not having any type of autopilot or a right
Or,
blindside camera. Like,
Yeah.
it's brutal.
or just cruise control.
Yeah, cruise control.
on the highway is epic. Come on now, Tesla. Good night. morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So we are leaving St. Louis, Missouri this morning. We just did an amazing tour, tram ride included, of the Gateway Arch here in St. Louis. So it was so nice. Our hotel is super close, literally right around the corner from the arch. So highly recommend the Drury Hotel chain here. We had a beautiful view. It was well worth it. So
the sunrise was incredible.
Yes, it was. So we were up early, but we are getting on the road very late, 6 hours late.
10 a.m.
So honestly, I'm
gonna
gonna put
day.
in home and let's see what it says we're gonna arrive at home with. Okay, midnight, which will be 1 a.m. So
if we can make that happen, that would be good.
Please, let's hope we can do that.
And we pulled in here last night at 43%. The garage was extremely warm, and we're leaving this morning at 43%.
Woohoo.
Morgan's going to handle this first drive. I got a little bit of work to do here.
So the first charger was literally 10 minutes down the road. So, of course, I'm back in the driver's seat. We just charged up this time now. We're at 90%, and that charge was $15.20. Not bad for a good start. And it's honestly kind of ironic. So, as I mentioned when we came here, no stop that I planned out matched up with what the car was capable of. Now we're doing it in reverse. So, I don't know. I guess I missed one spot, and so it just didn't want to go the way that I was expecting. Now we're doing it in reverse. So, we actually are going to experience every single supercharger that I thought. So...
And Morgan has said to me, hey, babe, they don't know what work you're doing. So I said, let me share. So I'm working on some real estate contracts. So if you are looking to buy or sell real estate in the wonderful state of Pennsylvania, minus the roads, but the wonderful state of Pennsylvania, then you can go ahead and go down below to the link in the description and click that link and send it over to me, and I will help you with all your real estate needs, preferably Bucks County and Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. That is where I specialize in.
But really anywhere on the eastern side of PA is good. We have a Tesla and we love to travel. Clearly.
It's true. We have no idea what's going on.
Today is quite the day, but I had a pretty heavy foot getting here to our second stop for the day. I forgot to mention the last stop was in Collinsville, Illinois. We are now here in...
We are in Terre Haute,
Indiana.
That's what I was
And we did not listen to the car as we could not decide what we wanted to eat for lunch, so that took us a little longer. We did end up charging up to 90%, which was like 30% more than when it said that it would just be ready for us to go. We really needed to eat lunch, of course, fuel up not just our car but ourselves. So we are now estimated arrival back home at 4 a.m. That's what I predicted, leaving 6 hours later than we normally do. So
why did it say midnight earlier?
It did say midnight earlier, so I don't know
We're
why
only 2 hours behind.
Yeah, the car lied quite a bit to us, so this is going to be quite the day.
Yeah, it really is. And then it wanted us to stop at 22% state of charge. We're pushing past that. We're going to go to Dayton, Ohio.
7% is what it says we're going to arrive at. I did, like I just said, had a very heavy foot, so I spent an extra 6%, but I arrived here over 15 minutes earlier than expected, so...
Yeah, but it's only a 2.5 hour drive. We should be able to do that easy.
And with that, we also still do not have our side camera access, so we do not have our cruise control or autopilot. So that is also what's really hard to keep it under wraps with that speed limit, so... Oops.
You're literally making a statement about being illegal on YouTube.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
All right, while Mark gets situated, I just want to share a little bit about what we decided to do. So we looked through the 3 stations that we could probably reach, and we found honestly the cheapest one. That's where we went. It gave us a lot of options for food as well. This station was only 30 cents per kilowatt, so the other ones were from 40 to 48 cents a kilowatt as well, so kind of was a no-brainer to stop here. So it's definitely something that's helpful to find, and honestly, gas cars don't have that feature. Now that I'm thinking about it, you can't look on the computer and say, oh, what's that gas price at that gas station?
Not in the car, but there's apps.
There's apps, but not in your car. So very cool. Also, we still have not had our turn signal reactivated there with the camera, so that's kind of sad. And we are headed, yeah, so when we found out last stop that the car was going to have us arriving home at 4 in the morning, we decided that was not safe. So for the first time ever, we spontaneously booked a hotel room, and we are staying in Ohio tonight. Wow.
Yeah, it didn't make
Yeah.
sense. So rather,
Play it safe.
So as Morgan was saying about it being cheaper, we charged here in Dayton, Ohio. It was $16.20. That was up to 90% because we had dinner. And so our next charge will be in Cambridge, Ohio, and then on to our hotel for the evening, and then back on the road tomorrow morning.
Bright and early.
So we just charged up here in, where the heck are we? Cambridge, Ohio, because if we did not, we were going to arrive at the hotel at 4%. There's no charging at the hotel, so we decided to stop here, do a quick charge, and we'll get to the hotel tonight around 45%, which is a great percentage to sit at overnight. I'm really glad that we did make the decision to stay at a hotel because it's 9 o'clock now. We're not going to get to the hotel until 9:40.
And I'm already really, really tired.
Oh yeah, she was toast. Like, even just driving here, I was like, do you want to pull over? She goes, I can make it. I was like, hokey doke. So here we are. It's going to be good to just get some rest tonight. And the charge here cost us $11.10. That was from 25% to 65%. So a pretty decent amount of charge.
And the time that took was just 20 minutes. So we went in to use the restrooms. We got ourselves some breakfast for the morning, and we came back out, and now we're hitting the road again.
We are here in St. Clairsville, Ohio, at our hotel for the evening. We arrived here at 44%, and Morgan is cold.
It's 43 degrees.
It is 43 degrees, so we'll see how much phantom battery loss we get. Also, we're just so thankful. God is so good. There were 3 accidents along the route today, all of which probably happened within
less than 5 minutes of us getting to the same location.
Exactly. And certain detours that we made which prevented us from being in those locations at that time. So just so thankful. God is so good. Psalm 91:11. Shout out to to my meme. She sends that to us before every road trip.
So another fun thing that we didn't really know until I looked at the map a little closer on my phone, that is, that there is actually a Clipper Creek J1772 charger here at the hotel. However, you never know if you're going to be that lucky vehicle to get it, as there was just one vehicle charger here. So unfortunately, another vehicle from Maryland snatched that up before we got here. So
it's a beautiful Tesla Model S, though.
Yeah, and it's fine, and that's why we did do that extra stop, and just in case, and I'm glad we did, and didn't just say, oh, we've gotten it in the past and we'll be fine, but today we wouldn't have been fine. So it's always good to just know that your car is going to be fine for the night. Make sure that you have enough charge, and not always rely on the public or private. Well, I guess this would be a private. Not rely on the private chargers.
Yeah, so we're going to get some shut-eye, and then we'll be up early in the morning to finally finish this journey and this road trip.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So we have slept pretty well last night. I'm glad we did do that. It's taken me a little while to wake up. We are already completed our first charging station for today. That was here in New Stanton, PA. It is at this Get Go Cafe Market.
Yeah, I've actually never seen one of these.
Never. We didn't even try anything. A little nervous. Yeah. So that charge for us was...
It was...
From 2%, by the way.
Yes.
2% up to 85%. It was $20.16. 2016. It's a pretty good year. And we still do not have that turn signal.
Yep.
Still do not have that camera working. So.
We did make a service appointment. Hopefully that will be corrected and we can make an update on that. But Morgan is completely exhausted, even though we did sleep last night. So I'm going to finish this thing out. Good old 7-hour drive. Never hurt no one. So let's do it.
We're headed off now to Carlisle, PA. Well, guys, exciting stuff. We finally just left our last supercharger station of this trip. I cannot believe it. We have done it. We are back in Pennsylvania, of course. We just stopped in Carlisle, PA, which was very ironic. That was also the last charging stop that we used for Las Vegas. So watch that video here, part 3. And so yeah, I really like that station, but this time, since it was not after midnight, we were able to cross the street, go over to the Dunkin' there. So I got my first Dunkin' out of all this trip, which brings me to my next point. I cannot believe that Dunkin's slogan is America runs on Dunkin', right? We just drove across the country now twice this year, and the most populated coffee shop we have seen this whole year now is Starbucks. Come on, Dunkin', live up to your motto, your mantra. Where is it? But yeah, so I finally got some Dunkin', very happy about that. But come on, you gotta up your game. The charge at the last station in Carlisle was $17.85.
And this is the end of the Colorado road trip. We have just pulled into the driveway. It is 12 p.m. in the afternoon, almost 12:30.
And 46 degrees.
46 degrees.
It's been so cold all day.
But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this road trip. Remember to be sure to like and subscribe.
Hit the bell.
And we'll see you on the next one.
If there's anywhere that you want us to go or travel to, something that you're curious about, the Tesla can make it, please comment that down below as well, and we will check out if we can fit that into our schedule.
And if there becomes some type of competition, then we'll post a poll on Instagram, and you guys can vote for it there.